Okay, guys, we are back at it, and we are about to talk about the how to know when to buy and sell for beginners using various different indicators for various different goals and roles. If you're already a pro trader or a pro investor, or you've been in bankability for all these years, you already know exactly how to move and so on and so forth. You may be even able to skip this video, but this is going to be for new members who are just now joining us and new people who are just now coming into the market and stuff like that to understand how things move. So let's get right into it now. We'll begin with the top gainers for the last week. Now we'll click on any random one and you will be able to see a similarity between all of these as I show you just the first one here, IBO. Notice the uptrend. Notice all of these with their uptrend coming in for multiple days. Even if you're only looking in on the last day, like your 15-minute chart, just notice the uptrend coming in and notice it coming into all of them. One thing to make sure you remember before you come into this trading week is you do not want to buy a stock when it's overbought and dangerous. As every stock I'm showing you now is overbought and dangerous, right? You want to get it when it's oversold and safe. You want to get it when your RSI is at the bottom and your MACD is getting ready to come in for the next round of bullish divergence. Not when your RSI is overbought and your MACD is getting ready to make the next round of bearish divergence. You want to buy when it's oversold and safe and getting ready to make the next round of bullish divergence. And you'll be able to see that same pattern on every single stock that I'm showing you. Now we're looking at a 4-hour trading chart for our swing trade time frames. If you are a faster trader, you will be honing into a smaller chart time frame, like your 15-minute chart. You will be looking for bounces down from the bottom. Oversold, bullish divergence. Oversold, bullish divergence. Oversold, bullish divergence. How do you find these? Well, you're gonna have to be risky. You're gonna have to take a chance. You're gonna have to those stocks that are at the bottom, the ones that just crashed down, the big top losers that are down hundreds of percents and whatnot. You're gonna have to find which one of those is your favorite one. And now, I know how you're looking at these. I know how you always have. We've all been through those phases. Man, but it's sold off. Everybody's selling it. How could I ever? You know, you feel like you're supposed to be going for for the stock that everybody is buying right now. But then once you get into that stock, it's overbought and dangerous, so they're selling it back off. A big dip is gonna come in. Notice how this one was oversold and safe with your RSI oversold and your MACD getting ready to make bullish divergence. Upon creating bullish divergence, your RSI will go up from oversold to overbought. Notice your stocks at that big sell off and big discount. They start off on oversold and they're getting ready to make their next uptrends to overbought. You got to figure out which ones your favorite are, which ones the best and safest ones. That's where the real battle comes in now. And then after that, it comes down to your portfolio and asset management skills. So I can help you understand a bit more about that. You're getting out of your 4-hour swing trades. You're getting out of your 15-minute day trades, and your 15-minute chart will only go oversold one time in that day. If you're getting that off your 1-minute chart bounces from oversold to overbought, it's always the same. Maybe you're getting that back off of your overall weekly charts, down from oversold to overbought. It's going to be a longer time frame. You're going off of dailies and weeklies and monthlies and so on and so forth. Do keep in mind, make sure that that time frame suits your goals, your roles, your patience levels, and your trading strategies accordingly. When you are getting your stock from the bottom, you can write it up for multiple days. You don't have to write it up for multiple days. Understanding your golden rule will help you decide if you like to hold in for multiple days or if you just want to lock in gains on that first day. No matter what, when those things are moving up and you find yourself getting into those stocks and they're exploding, you need to have a stop loss. If your stop loss doesn't get hit when it goes down, then it just, as you can see, continues to rise up and never goes back down to hit your position. Now from there, you're moving your stop loss up to follow along in case it ever does drop back down. Or even if you're the most risky, you're just keeping your stop loss all the way down there, just never moving it from that original position. That way, if it ever actually even does sell all the way back off, but still hasn't hit your position to where you got in at because you got your stop loss there. So you'll still be locking gains. But you want to take your stop loss off from there, move your stop loss up to follow it. Take your stop loss up from there, move your stop loss up to follow it. Take your stop loss up from there, move your stop loss up to follow it. Take your stop loss up from there, move your stop loss up to follow it. Take your stop loss up from there, move your stop loss up to follow it. That way, if it ever pulls back, it hit your stop loss and you're still able to lock in great gains. That way, if it ever pulls back even more, you didn't move your stop loss up, continuing, it pulls back down, you done lost 40%, you were still able to lock in gains because it never went back down to hit your original positioning down there. You move your stop loss up as the stock climbs up. You follow along with the market trends along with that. Because let's say that if you're watching your stocks and they're doing this and that, and anything can be happening at any given time, what's going to happen is the market conditions, the S&P 500s, will come in for the reversal. Notice here we're looking at a 4-hour chart, and notice here we're looking at a daily chart, and notice here we're looking at a weekly chart. And if you can notice here that we'll even look at a monthly chart, people took bearish positions for the month. They even got more bears they like to put in. People took longer term bearish positions, shorts, puts for a couple weeks from the very top, seeing bearish divergence getting ready to be made. Overbought goes back down to oversold. And then you go back down to your daily chart. They took bearish positions from the top for days. Notice how they didn't feel comfortable going out so far. So some of them lock in gains and get bullish in between ways as the touchdown to oversold. It was a smidge too early because it didn't make any bullish momentum shift at that time. It didn't make the bullish momentum shift until even down here where you see. Now you got your yellow MACD line getting ready to make bullish diverge. That's on a daily. That's on your S&P 500s. Down to a 15-minute chart. Your 15-minute chart will only go oversold one time in that day. Only one time. You want to make sure you're catching those dips. If you're going for day trades, make sure you're holding off until your 15-minute chart is oversold within that day. Probably watch out for the market conditions if you're doing those 1-minute chart bounces because it can be a sticky one, but you can still get those as well. You got to watch overall market conditions. To watch my market conditions, I actively participate in the trades like SPY and IWM that track the overall indices, S&Ps, and so on. NASDAQs and the Dows are the ones you want to watch. And to make sure that you're being most up to date with those, what they are going to do is whatever BTC does. So what I do specifically is along with watching BTC. If BTC is getting bullish or bearish, it'll let me know if I should be getting bullish or bearish on my IWM and SPY, which is the market conditions, and I'll be getting calls and or getting puts along with my longs and shorts on my cryptocurrencies. And then along with those trends, I know the market is getting more bearish for the days or getting more bullish for the days, or even if it's only getting bearish and bullish for in that intraday, then I know my penny stocks that I'm holding, the swing trades that I'm holding are going to run along those market conditions or face bearishness along those market conditions along with said trends of overbought to oversold, not only on your stock but also on your overall market conditions. And do keep in mind everything going on with these stocks and all the stacks on the market is while the market is pushing up more bearish than bullish. You got 3,700 decliners and 2,400 advancers. More in a more it's getting more bullish here towards the end of the day, but still more bearishness did persist. And now over this weekend, you currently do have BTC that is starting to push up even more and more bullish, even as we speak. Might I add, breaking all the way up to certain targets on there, and it's at the peak about right now. If it can break past said points right now, then up and coming, it got to get past that pivot point of 88,000. And you got your red starting indicator in closing, finna pop up for a long buy signal. Get ready to explode and hit its resistance one for 100,000 next. And this is on a daily chart. So we're looking at more days of bullishness if the bullishness is to persist without any bad news that comes in and changes direction. Because you know how fast that bad news and or good news will come in to change everything. So what we've done is we upgraded banking with Billy. Not only do we have your stock and crypto alerts telling you when to buy and when to sell, with alerts going to the members from me, the rest of your banking with Billy coaches who have been doing this for years, non-stop, full time. We also have free alerts going to free members in the free chat. So people who can't afford the $50 monthly membership, go ahead and get some free plays in there so you can be able to upgrade with confidence to catch the higher tier things. And when you do catch your trades, be up to date with the newly upgraded BWB news section that is putting out the hottest news that matters the most. No, not just the news on just your little penny stock, your little 2 cent penny stock down there, but the news that matters about the countries, the news that matters about the presidents, the news that is going to matter about the politicians and the economies of the world, that is going to affect your market conditions and change the directions of what your stocks, options, cryptos, holdings, and or assets will go in. And I'm Billy Banks. Make sure that you get subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on any updates, any analyses, any early seats, and see when I tell you these things are getting ready to make that next big move and this is happening in the world. You can join me in class. The market opens up on Monday to catch the live trades with verbal voice alerts while I show you my screens. We do these live trades. And be ready to catch the next alert in my section. Already even today, making up over 400, 500%. And today is a Sunday. We trade those cryptos actively. I'm Billy Banks. I'll see y'all in there, and happy trading.